Somebody roll that shit up. There ain't no blunt in this bitch. Yeah.
This is Let's Talk About It. It's EAZY.
Lulu. Jamika.
And A1DasauceGod.
So let's talk about it. What we talking about today? What? I mean, obviously, we're short a member right now. GinTV is down a man due to the sauce. The sauce hit him hard.
Okay.
I can't quite say it like that. Okay. Can you give me one of those?
Okay.
Wow, he
Ooh.
did it
That was
really
actually-
nice. I'm not gonna lie.
That was actually a little better than everybody else.
some-
Question
some-
like you be practicing this
Some
shit?
years of experience are rolling my tongue. You feel me?
Years.
Okay. Got the thought car, right? But
Nah, we got Jamika on the show.
what's up with
Say
that?
hey, Jamika.
Hey, Jamika.
Okay, mad literal. Yo, so any nicknames? Is it just Mika, Jamika?
Yeah,
Like,
you could call me Mika if you want to.
Mika.
So-
okay.
obviously you're a new guest to the show. You was in here for the last episode, but you didn't really speak on it because that one's about Lulu, but now it's a mix of y'all. So how do y'all know each other?
Get into it. Let's get into it. Let's talk about
so
it.
we know each other from this strip club.
Okay.
Strip club sisters.
Sisters?
Listen, the strip club builds a lot of friendships and a lot of bonds. I
Mm-hmm.
can't
Mm.
lie.
Mhm.
And kill some.
What's kill some?
It kills bonds.
Yeah,
No.
kill some.
Like I know what it literally means. I want some like literal
Like egos can eat at other people's hearts, of course, humans, so you're in an environment where you have to work against each other, but you should be really working with each other, and of course that's just not how it goes all the time. So
So is there? That's actually I never thought about that. Is there a lot of competition in the strip club?
of course.
Listen, the strip
I'm listening.
club is a competition.
Mm-hmm.
That's the environment that you're in for the most
Yeah,
part.
you're
like,
competing like technically because you're gonna go to each customer to get the money and you want that money, so you're gonna go to each person and go on stage, and hopefully each person that you just talked to is gonna come to the stage and
Yeah.
tip you some more. But every girl wants that.
And I mean, think about it. Like another aspect is like, let's say there's 15 girls on the floor, and let's say the first guy comes in, right?
Mhm.
Now that first guy comes in, let's say he only has like $200 to spend. Now it's up to all those 15 girls to try to get that $200 because they're not gonna,
He's gonna pick one pretty much. One or two,
yeah,
right? Like
usually they're
It's
gonna
like
stick with one person.
Or
you
50's
gotta-
gonna go to one.
So what do
50's
y'all
gonna
do
go-
to stick out? Like how do you attract that first guy in the club?
from our perspective as a customer, like you guys go up on stage one at a time. So I guess kind of to piggyback off of your
You
question,
can do
like
doubles.
say that one more time.
Doubles
Oh,
sometimes where you
what
just
is-
True,
what is
true.
double? What is
doubles
double?
are when two girls dance on the stage together.
Two girls, one guy.
I've seen that. Two
Or
girls, one
two
pole.
poles.
But
Oh, two poles?
You've
Like-
never been to a club with two poles?
Have we?
Shout out ATL.
no.
No. You know what? In ATL, I have been. Bro, I think in ATL, I've been in a club with like 6 poles. You feel me? Remember that strip club I took to in
Yeah,
ATL?
yeah, yeah.
Like, legit. I honestly, like up here, I don't get lap dances. I don't think I've ever got a lap dance in Connecticut because I feel like they're OD pricey. But in ATL,
It's a finesse.
I got like because they do $5 lap dances
Yeah, they
over there.
charge
So
different.
I was. Well, for a $5 lap dance, I'm gonna make it rain.
You
1,
heard
2, 3, 4,
Facts.
450.
Nah,
He ain't
definitely.
broke no more.
Right.
Like what
We
competition?
surpassed the cheap level once you spend $6.
There you go. There you go.
100%. What competition do you guys feel like in the strip club world? Like how do you feel like it's a competitive atmosphere?
Is it from the beginning or is it like something that builds up over time?
I would say, I mean, it can really be either. Sometimes you can go, for instance, if a new girl comes into a club where they've had certain dancers for like a couple of years. Sometimes, in some cases, when you go to that club as the new girl, they just look at it as, oh, it's another girl to the club. Like now she's
Yeah.
gonna be, and if she looks beautiful, some girls they have that self-hate in them where they're like, oh, this girl's gonna take all the damn money, da da da. They're very like
Absolutely.
negative about it. And then me personally, I mean, I've experienced like girls literally like changing my music while I'm on stage. Like,
How did they
Like
change
talking
the music?
to the
Like did they
DJ
talk to
or
the
like-
DJ?
no, well, both. Either they would switch it with the DJ, talk to the DJ, or just go up there and just change it on the system. Because
Okay.
some clubs they don't always have DJs too.
Right.
So, and then I've also experienced girls literally taking my money off stage. So yeah,
As you're dancing.
yeah. So
Like
it can
nobody
get
step. Like
really-
nobody steps. I mean, there must be some type of mandatory team, right?
Sometimes there's security, but at the end of the day, security is really there for the customers. They're not there for us.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I can see that because for like most of the time, like I do see girls going up there singing to them or dancing to their music, and sometimes like the DJ will fuck up and like play the wrong song. So I could definitely see how that could fuck
Yeah.
up your vibe and shit. Like a girl
It
going up there,
does.
but especially like somebody's coming up there taking your money, like that is
That's
out of
petty.
And you
control.
have to
Like
stay
that's
professional, you know what I
yeah.
mean? So I wasn't gonna be in that place and be like, "Oh, bitch, give me my money." You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have to be like, honestly, like I'm just the type of person that I'm just like I'm a really level-headed person. It takes a lot for me to get upset. So it's like, if you want to do that and you feel like that's gonna bless your pocket and you want to be that petty,
So
or
you've never taken nobody money? None, have you?
no,
No.
I've never
But if you
stolen
take my
from
money,
nobody, nothing.
no, I'm gonna need my money
You're
back.
not, you're not letting it slide.
So-
You're not in that. You're not in that positivity shit like
if
she
you
is.
take my money,
Oh no, I'm gonna get my money back.
I'm
Okay,
coming
okay.
for
But
you because
I'm
I
just gonna
want my
address
money
you
back.
separately.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna address you professionally, separately, not in front of everybody at my workplace.
I don't know.
So, like-
I can't. I don't know how it might be.
Unless, like, I don't know, if it was like a
I might
lot.
address you right there on the stage.
Because
When
usually
you
too,
get down, maybe in the dressing room, but
Yeah.
at some point
You're gonna get your money
What
back.
I'm getting my money
what,
back.
what goes on in the dressing room actually? Like, because obviously we don't know what really like. What's it like in there? Like, is everybody just walking around naked, being
Yeah.
friendly, or is it just like, yo, like fuck
It's
this
so crazy.
bitch?
Like,
I
all
used to
guys
have a
think that.
behind the scenes like.
Where
Bro, have you
what-
not
what
watched
did I
P
call it?
Valley?
The
Like,
girls' locker
Nah, I missed it.
room.
right?
yeah, P Valley
House
put me on.
what?
So there's a term like of like whoever basically like for the back room or whoever is all the girls that work in the club, they'll have a house mom. The house mom is the woman that basically manages like the help towards them. Like let's say if they need necessities, like they would bring like deodorant sprays or like snacks and food for them to eat in the back, like you know, in between sessions, or like just any other needs, like things to like freshen up and just or outfits, like extra outfits to make sure you know you have poppin' stuff to wear.
Okay.
But the house mom's kind of just like caretaker for like all the girls. So
Does she-
sometimes they
does
have
a-
that in the club.
Does a house mom dance, or she's like strictly
Usually
like,
no, she's
like
just
kind of taking
yeah.
care?
she's
How does she
usually
make
just
her
there.
money?
The girls usually tip them.
So kind of like the
Or they're
security.
paid
for the
And
for
by
most
the
all
part.
the
club.
stuff that they bring in.
Right, exactly. Because usually they sell the stuff that they bring as well. So the
Okay.
girls have to buy it from her, but she just is there to be able to give it to them.
And every club has this.
Not every club, no.
Do you guys prefer a club to have a house mom or not? Like, is it a benefit to have it, or it depends?
I mean, it's a good thing to have it because then the girls who didn't bring deodorant or spray or
So they just be
Or
musty,
run out.
musty,
Or run out.
musty
Or run out.
tits,
Trust me,
musty
I
tits and
smelled
pussy out
some
there.
some musty strippers before. Like
I've
it was
been
bad.
to clubs where girls have not brought deodorant and have asked me for my deodorant, and I'm like, oh, I
Yes.
can't. Like I have a stick, you know. Like if I have a spray, I don't mind it.
Oh, y'all sharing.
But
deodorant
you
sticks in
can't
there?
rub your armpit on my deodorant that I'm about to rub my armpit on.
Right.
Like, you know, like,
I've definitely been to a club where like I smelled the stripper.
yeah.
You
Girls
don't smell
Yeah.
the
Actually,
a musty.
you remember the
stripper?
one the
Did
strip
you
club that
tip?
the strip club that we talked about that was
Hey, maybe back then they had
A second
COVID. They
version.
just didn't know it and they couldn't smell themselves. You know what I mean?
Actually, I ain't been in a strip club throughout this whole thing, so I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't think I've ever smelled a musty stripper before. Like,
Oh,
that,
good for you.
that might.
Yeah, that's great.
so where's
I'm
when
gonna
like
have to report a manager to that one. I don't know if I can just like take that shit to the like. Oh shit! Like, do a twirl, just like the whole smell hit you. Like,
nah, it
No, but
definitely gets
hopefully you
bad,
do
bro.
report that. If you smell it, report it.
Yeah,
'Cause
tell
that's
somebody.
important. Hygiene is very important.
You don't want a
Report it
girl
if you
just
smell
walking
it.
around smelling. Like, and not only that, but sometimes, like, you know, another thing for the club is you are your weakest link. So if like another girl's out here smelling and looking crazy, it makes the rest of the crowd and the rest of the girls seem like, this is really what they bring because they allowed that on the floor. You know what I mean?
oh, so but
like,
you thinking like a group unity film? Like that's actually good. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're not thinking like no individual shit. Because like most might. Because if it's a competition and somebody's musty as shit, like I'm gonna be like, oh fuck you. Like I hope they
Yeah.
musty. So, like I get
Most
the
of the niggas
attention.
come to me. Yeah.
No,
So-
but some girls are like that. Some like she views it that way. Just because she views it that way doesn't mean that every person views it
Oh,
that
yeah, I
way.
feel that.
You know, some people view it like, oh well, she stinks, so thank God because nobody's gonna want to go to her.
So I know you in an earlier episode you had said you've been doing this 6 years, right?
Yeah.
Around. How about you?
about 3 years.
So you're kind of a little newer to the game. In y'all time in this shit, like, have y'all ever seen anybody famous or somebody like kind of
Well known for
important?
most
Like,
part,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
Hell yeah! Shout out Cardi B.
Like,
Oh,
she came to a club you danced at?
yeah. I went. I used to dance at a club she danced at.
The one in Rochester?
No, Cityscapes,
Where's that at?
New York.
Mm. I never been
I'm
there.
trying, is that New Rochelle or something like that? Like,
No, I know which one you're talking about, but I don't think that's the same one.
Cityscapes.
That's not in New Rochelle, right?
I don't know. I know it's in New York.
how was she as a customer?
I think that's the one that
As
Amber
a customer,
Rose.
she was a dancer.
I'm saying when she came to visit, she was still dancing, or she was like, was she famous?
No,
at that
she was
time?
dancing. We were like she was dancing. I was dancing. They were
Like,
getting that
like, y'all was
money.
dancing together?
Like not together, but we were dancing like how she's
Yeah.
trying to look at it as a unit. Like she was one of the dancers there too.
Does like dancing with somebody like Cardi B, right? Like who's obviously like a fucking megastar at this point. Like, does that kind of give you like motivation to some extent? Or it's like,
Hell yeah! I'm
like-
like, look at her.
like-
She used to get on stage and show her titties and be like, like fuck it up, because she was really good and she's
Yeah.
still really, really great. But she has so much more talent than just being a dancer.
Mhm.
And she showcased that. She showed it. And look at, she at the top right now, you know? And it's
I
like,
mean-
it makes you like, okay,
like
I
there's
can
more to
take
life
this
than
money that I'm making from stripping, invest it, do something with it, become something, and live my dream too.
And be
She
great.
wanted to be a
Mhm.
rapper. Like, that's what she wanted. And look at her man. Look at who her man is.
Like, right, she didn't just
Nah,
get a regular
Like,
nigga.
She got the
She's
top.
living her
She
best
got a
life right
Migo.
now.
Like she got hey, hold on. She ain't get the top Migo, but she got
But
no,
she
she
got
got a
it.
Migo.
Oh,
She got a Migo,
yeah.
so
She
that's
got
all
a
that
Migo,
matters.
right?
Amigo.
Yeah,
Hey,
She got
Migo.
and
the
that's all
wop.
that matters. Like, what? Like, that's who she got. And she was just some regular bitch from the
From,
strip club from New York. And now, what?
But I mean,
Yeah.
like you've talked about getting
Go
into
ahead,
like the
bitch.
whole IT thing before, and that you're actually working on IT now, and you're kind of transitioning into the more like pole dancing classes as well.
Yeah.
So I know Jamika is new to like the episode. So what are some things that you're trying to get into, or what are some other avenues that you're trying to explore?
Well, my main career is baking. So
Okay.
I do
She's
custom
very
cakes.
Okay.
I do custom cakes like fondant work and stuff like that. And edibles. Okay, anything you need, hit my line. Okay.
Where did they find you? Drop it.
You can definitely, my cake page is just1_more bite. And if you want to add my regular IG, it's Jamika Honey _. Feel me?
What are some stuff that you got up there?
Lots of things. I've got some really juicy empanadas. Okay.
Okay.
All types
They're
of
bomb
flavors.
as
Okay.
You
I
can get-
got
you can
fucking
get-
cheese
you can get
steak,
high- hold
buffalo
up.
chicken.
Like, is the empanadas
jerk
like
chicken.
something you get fucked up off, or does it just taste good type shit?
Oh, both, baby.
Right.
But you
tastes
can
good while
get high
you get
off
fucked up.
empanadas.
Bro,
If you wanted it to be,
yeah.
I could make it
Dead
that way.
ass?
Yeah, of course.
Let me get two.
I sell the butter.
It's really good.
Nah, but go ahead. What
Yeah, I really can do everything. I do cookies, brownies, cereal bar edibles are like a big thing that everybody
Okay.
fucks with me. Red velvet cookies and cream brownies. Those
Yep.
are top notch. I do a lot. Really,
Okay.
anything that anybody asks me for, like cheesecakes, cannolis, like I can get
cheesecake?
real fancy too.
Oh, I
Yes.
didn't know you
How
made
long you been-
cannolis.
Yes.
So you like how long you been baking for? Like, or
I've
been in
been-
this baking industry? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
so
the
I'm
new
gonna say self-employed.
self-employed.
So I've been self-employed for about 8-9 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've done it like since I was a kid, but like even in school, like I was selling cake pops. So like that was just something that I always just had and did, and like I just loved the response from it, like being able to create something one that people loved to eat, and that like after they had, it was like the the response from it, like it's just really positive, and like I love to
Absolutely,
see
yeah.
other people happy and just like, yeah, that was banging, that was good, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like it feels good.
Yeah,
And I
definitely.
don't know, that was like another way to like uplift my spirits. Like, okay, yes, I get to make your tummy happy. Ha. You know? So that was something that I really enjoyed.
Now I feel like stripping, like it kind of has like a timestamp on it. Like you can only strip for so long. I mean, I've been to a couple places where like they're like 40, 45, and it's like, all right, it's time to retire. Like it's time to
Yeah.
do some other things. So it's definitely good that you guys have like a different avenue on that, and actually like transition the money you made from that, and also the ambition you have from that
Mhm.
into something completely different. especially if you could push it for yourself, like, you know, promote yourself instead of working a 9 to
Right.
5 like most people normally do. So I want to,
Yeah.
you know, congratulate you guys for that. At
Thank
least,
you.
know?
So speaking
thank
of
you.
money, what's the most you ever made in a night? Like, or we'll start with you.
The most I've ever made in a night, the time that I can remember is 1,500.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. That's it.
Most people
So-
don't make that in 2 weeks, but all right.
Exactly. So
Did you get y'all
definitely
get
worth
taxed
it.
on that shit? Like, how does that work? You just take 1,500 like straight ones home?
I mean, you can cash them in at the bar.
Sometimes.
I prefer to go to the bank because then when you cash it in, they know exactly how much you're making. So there's house fees and, you know, dance fees and all these kind of fees that you still have to pay.
Wait, so you don't just like go to a club and dance for free? Like, you have to pay the club.
Oh,
So
yeah.
break
Yes.
down some of the fees that you guys have.
Sometimes there's house fee.
What's the house fee?
Like, how much would that
Typically-
cost? Pretty much.
Typically, baseline house fee is at least $25.
Okay.
Sometimes,
But what
And
is the
that
house
for?
fee? Like,
What
what
is
is
it
okay,
for?
like house fee is basically the pay either to the manager or,
It's like your
Well,
fee for working.
yeah, to be able to work.
So,
Okay.
To like basically you're renting out the club for that night
yeah.
of work.
you getting that pool for that time? That's what.
But-
So you're renting it. But she's $25 is like
That's
the
the,
lowest I've
minimum.
ever heard.
Oh,
I was
that's
just about to
low.
say, like,
ATL,
$25 per person. Like, I feel like I've seen like 5 strippers. So 25 times 5 is
Oh,
125.
what?
Like,
No, sometimes the floor can have like 25, 30
Really?
girls.
I really feel like a
But-
lot of strip clubs don't have that many
Yeah.
girls on the floor at the same time.
Not out here, at least.
Right.
so you said 25 is really low. What's the max you've seen in house fees?
150. That's like the most
150.
I've ever had to pay to work at a
So
club.
you
Per-
gotta be
per
making,
night?
You gotta be making bank at that club,
Yeah.
right? To pay 150.
But that's how I always look at it. Like if I have to pay out $150 to work here, I need to be making double that to be coming home.
At least.
Shit. Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
Yes, that's what it is. But you think like all the fees, like, and then I gotta get home. So
Right.
yes, I should have more than that. But realistically, if I'm already paying that and that's all I made, I have to at least have that going home from what I
Absolutely.
made. You
Or
know,
else you're
So
pretty
you
much
break
doing it
even.
for free for the most part. Like, if you're not making that, then you owe them or you're doing it for free.
Yeah,
Then
right.
it doesn't make sense.
have you seen that? Like, do girls make $0 in a night?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Really?
Yeah. If anything, like, I mean, that's definitely, that's
There's
the thing.
times where I've made like $3
Yeah. There's
For
been
the
times when
night.
the club's been really
for the
slow.
night.
What do you think was the cause of that? Like, was it there's no customers or
Improper
Like-
advertisement, bad DJs.
What's the best night to work on? On average, you know what I'm saying? It's like a
No,
Wednesday night, Friday night?
that could be really different for every club. Like I've seen clubs that are popping on Tuesday. I've seen clubs that are popping on Thursday. I've seen clubs that are popping on Saturday. So it
But
really,
it's usually definitely always popping on the weekend.
right. Yeah.
Always.
But
So-
more Saturday than Sundays.
what do you think was the reason for the $3 though?
Honestly, like she said, it's a mix of different things, but some guys might come in and they want a little more than what you're giving.
Right.
And maybe that night only 7 guys came in. So 2 out of that 7 were interested.
Yeah.
So 1 out of 2 of them wanted a little more that you weren't willing to give.
Or sometimes too, another thing is like sometimes like I've been in the case a lot of times where I would be trying to talk to multiple people, you know, and like of course if you're in the club and you're dancing, you're obviously half naked. You know, everybody wants to talk to you. But realistically, like I'm one person. Like I can't sit here and stay with this group for like, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
all night. Like, yes, like granted I'm making money, but like I have to be able to move the room. And while I'm trying to move the room and make everybody feel included, because sometimes there is girls that don't even address customers at all. So you have to make sure that if nobody has, you're that person. So while doing that, there's been times where the guys are like, oh, you took too long to come back. I spent my money on this girl. I'm like, damn, like I thought you was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, where's my money at?
Thought we had something, right?
Yeah, so that's another thing too.
Nah, I feel like I could see that. Like I've definitely been to clubs before where like I felt like a stripper, and I thought we were gonna connect after.
They got you, bro?
Yeah, they definitely reeled me in.
Fell in love?
Nah.
We got the
Yeah.
hook, got the hook.
Definitely made me feel like there was something extra, and like
$50.
if they're not being attentive or like if they're somewhere else, and it's like all right, it's time to time to go on to the next.
Right.
So I could definitely see
Mhm.
where like you being around them, or like, especially if like there's a limited amount of strippers and there's a lot of customers,
Yes.
like you kind of
It's
gotta like
hard.
touch base on like a lot of people. That could be hard, like you said.
And sometimes it's just like a possession thing. Like some guys get very
yeah.
territorial.
You're their
like,
girl for like the next
Yeah,
hour,
like,
hour and a
Yo,
half.
especially
They
Yeah.
can't even
Especially
chill.
if you
I'd be like,
put-
yo, I came here. You realize I'm at work, right? Like,
Yo,
I came
I
here
don't-
for the
yo,
fantasy. I
honestly,
came here to give
I
you the
remember-
fantasy.
honestly,
like-
'cause I remember when I was younger. I think when I first went to a strip club, like when I was really heavy into strip clubs, like when I was 18, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we've probably been to one like once or twice since then. I think when I was 18, I used to go to strip clubs a lot, and I sort of like I used to really get attached to these chicks. I'm like, yo, cause like you're fresh out of high school, like you just like, yo,
You feeling like the bad? You feel me?
like,
That
oh,
nigga.
I'm cute, I'm
Especially-
young, like,
That's
but
an
yo, you ain't got
environment
no
that you've
money,
never
like,
experienced before too.
yo, cause like that's when I used to get like, damn, bitch, you gonna leave me? Like you dancing on him? I thought we was gonna be together for life. Like,
Nah.
and that shit
Maybe
hurt.
like that.
I'd be like twerking on him. Like, hold on 1 second.
They're like, oh, you spending all your time over there. Like, I gotta get my money.
Nah,
For real. then you have the guys that just be talking to you and talking to you and talking to you and talking
that was
to you.
gonna
and
bring
I'm
me to
like,
my next question. Like, have you
oh
guys ever felt
my.
a
It's the
guy
old
that was
heads,
like
right? It's the old
too
heads.
invested into you? Like, have you ever guys felt like there was a guy that was like, all right, you do realize that I'm stripping right now. Like, this
Yeah.
Oh,
is
you
not.
talking- You probably
Yeah.
never. Have you guys ever seen the Players Club?
Yes.
I haven't. No.
How you in the game?
Because look,
Like,
I
you-
really
you
don't
seen-
watch
you-
like.
But you seen the Players Club, like right?
Yes.
Like you remember? I don't know if you remember in the movie there was one guy that was really into I think Lisa Ray's character, like stalking her type shit. Have y'all ever ran into that? Like where some guy was
Yes.
like really in love with y'all?
Mm-hmm.
All right, what's your
Yes.
story like? Then we'll get into yours.
Oh, God.
So there's been plenty of those, but
Plenty of those.
yeah.
That's not even a regular.
She-
It's not even a one time deal.
she knows she out here. Like, she knows she got the juice like that.
got this
The WAP.
sauce.
The sauce.
Just kidding.
Actually, she said the new term is WAP. Right?
Yeah, the WAP.
Oh,
The WAP.
The WAP. Is that the WAP?
We
Or
gotta
is
do a
that the
whoop.
You got to
That's-
hit up.
Damn, whatever it is. It's the WAP.
I don't even know what the dance is for that one. I forgot.
Well, whatever the
I
WAP
think it's
is.
just.
Oh,
I don't think it's a dance.
That's the
It's just a
one
wetness.
you get on the floor. No, you get on the floor.
Oh,
there's a
it
dance?
is. Wait,
Yeah.
it is. Duh.
There's a
It's
whole
not a
dance to it.
dance.
Bro, how
No,
y'all-
there is.
It's like-
there is a dance to it.
WAP.
They be
WAP,
like,
WAP. Cardi
wet
B
ass
song
pussy,
in
and
Megan
then-
Oh, you bounce on
Stallion.
the ground.
Bracelet,
Yeah,
lick
you-
your drop. That's somewhat. Yeah.
That's
Well,
the
I
dance?
didn't know the dance, so I was wrong about that. I was like, oh, wow.
All right, but Lulu
It's
got the
really
juice. Lulu with the juice.
Got the stalkers on deck.
No, it's horrible.
If
But
you
no,
like
at
a
the time.
stalker, $100.
No, don't stalk me. But I've dealt with stalkers before. One of them would come to the club all the time, and it would be like just about me. And after the club, would be outside, just like waiting, just to have conversations. And there's been plenty of times like I've pulled up to my house, and there he is, right outside.
Well,
Like,
How did he know where you live at?
lived though? Did you give him your address?
no, but come on, if he's
They
waiting
could follow you.
outside for me, and I'm inside just doing my thing, hanging out, and I come out at 4 o'clock in the
So like
morning.
none of these stalkers, like you really gave them like no chance to. Like they really just like did some weird ass
Yeah.
shit. Like it wasn't like you was kind of some back and forth. Like
Yeah, I've actually, this is really, really crazy. I've had someone follow me all the way to my mother's house because I went there to go pick my son up after work. And him, like, after I pulled up in front of my mom's house and got out of the car, he's like, wait, Lulu, remember me from the club? I'm like, who are you? What's your name? He's like, can I please get a pair of your underwear? I'll give you $300.
for underwear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, get out of
You're
here.
a much better person than I am.
Yo,
because
I would've
would've-
sucked
would've-
He's like,
fucking
I
drawers
would've-
off.
I would take it right out of my
Like,
bag. Like, yeah,
sir,
take
hold
these
on one
off.
second. I'll be
$1,000,
right
I'll
back.
give you my underwear.
You want some piss on it? Nothing.
You
I would
know
give you a
guys
little
have that
extra for
fetish.
400.
The
You didn't even
microphone,
want-
sorry.
You didn't even give him a sock for 50.
No, I was like, get out of here. Like, come on, you followed me from the
Bro,
club
have you
and
ever-
we're pulling
like,
up
you-
to my
are you
mom's
into
house.
that
That's
shit?
dangerous.
Like, have you ever smelled some panties?
Never in my life.
I mean, yo, I've done some weird, freaky shit, but I don't think I've crossed. Like, I don't think
Smelling
I'm
panties,
that.
like that's a whole nother avenue. Like collecting panties.
I mean, your girl should smell
Maybe
good.
I need to
No,
make
no,
a
for sure.
website.
My-
Start
yeah,
selling
my
my
girl smells
clothing, my
amazing.
socks, my
Yeah.
underwears, all that.
I mean, yo, my girl smells
$50,
amazing, but
come
I
get
don't
it.
know if I would put her panties like right
put it in your mouth, smelling it all over your
Like,
face.
yeah, right.
I mean, you said $50 for your website. This guy was willing to pay you $300, so
Right. I should
Website
up it,
times
right?
6.
I'm like, I figured for the cheap, you know,
for the
cheap
accessibility.
people,
Oh, okay.
make it affordable.
Okay.
Really though,
You
for
know,
real.
ease,
For the me's.
ease.
For the is there a discount, ma'am? A promo code?
For the,
promo
for
code.
the $6 tipper.
What's I said $4.50, but hold on, girl. $6.
But any more than
I told
$6, it's not. That's crazy. Not for the website.
I'm telling y'all see me in a strip club, run
Run.
away. Like
Don't even waste your time.
Don't even look.
Nah, definitely don't
Keep
even
it
waste
moving.
your time, honestly.
If
Like,
you're a waitress, just ask him if he wants water.
we're there for just the experience and
That-
to
no
look
ice.
for the most part. We don't the personal dances, honestly, I'm not there for.
yeah, yo, you know what?
The-
You know what it is, bro? I feel like, all right, this is why I'm cheap though, right? I'm keeping it real. Like, say he's paying for a dance, I could look at that dance and get the same
experience.
experience.
See, and that's what I hate.
I know.
Are you sure though? Because if she's really putting on a show, you're like, dang.
Yeah, but
No,
I'm
but I
not-
got a great imagination.
I'm
Like
sure
amazing.
you do.
So for
Real
me,
shit?
I'm gonna put
Like-
myself in that situation. I'm just be just as happy as him. Just like, oh,
real shit.
pockets
There
full
is-
after.
I feel like anything visual is here, and like actual penetration is when you go above it. So like me watching him get a dance, I'm equally as entertained, to be honest.
Like
Because
porn. It's like
I can't
porn.
touch you. I can't do anything legal. Like you guys don't want us touching. You guys don't want us like doing anything
Yeah,
like of
that's
that
true.
sort. So anything other
I mean,
than
you
for
can
the
smack
physical,
my ass.
anything past like the physical aspect, like it's
Yeah.
the same. You feel me? So as long as he's not like in your guts type shit, we're having the same experience.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
All right, so we got your craziest story. Pulled up to your mom's house. How about you? You got any crazy stalkers? Multiple or just like one real crazy one? Was his name Stanley?
No,
I
I'll
feel like
say-
a good stalker
I
name is
am
Stanley.
not
Or Tom.
saying his name. It's close to that, but
Tim.
no,
Thomas.
Old
No.
white man?
no, but
Troy.
he,
They're like,
Yeah,
who
that's
is that?
definitely it.
Tell me.
no, but it was just like, he would sit there in the club and just like literally like grill every person I was talking to, and I mean like literally like I could be talking to you, and he's just standing here just like,
I figured out the name. Sideways. Side note, but
And I'm
go
like-
ahead.
It's just making them uncomfortable. Like kind of like fucking
but
your
it
money up.
also makes me uncomfortable. Like
yeah, for sure.
it's like you're not only running off my money, which is
Absolutely.
really important to me. Like one thing I
Duh.
do not stand for is a man that's gonna come in between me and my bread. That's what you're never gonna do. So to experience that, it was like, do you not have a life? Like, what are you doing here every single day?
Yo,
Just
do
like,
these dudes be like wealthy as shit? Like, how do they even afford to be out there every day?
Where the
401k.
money at?
For 1K.
What you said? Facts.
I get paid
Life
bi-weekly,
insurance?
so it's like you're not even gonna see me for another 2 weeks.
Another 2 weeks and then I'll be
They
back out
scamming
there.
now.
Yeah.
Yo, if you,
You
are
heard
a
him.
scammer, put me on, please. Like, I am tired of clocking in.
Well, I mean, you said that as long like a man coming in between your money, have you ever experienced like we asked her on a previous podcast, but have you ever experienced like somebody that was your actual boyfriend upset with you being a stripper?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. That was like just a really bad relationship overall, because I feel like, and I actually started it when I was with him. Like,
Okay.
so
Was
that
he cool
was
with
a.
it at the beginning?
That's the thing. Like, it was like it started off cool, but where it
It
transcended.
always starts off cool.
Yeah, because
Always,
you know,
right? Everybody's cool at the beginning.
right.
Yeah. Mhm.
But you know what's something else too? You know what I could say that also affects relationships heavy. Not even just stripping, but just being an attractive female. It's really hard for a lot of relationships because naturally men just believe that, or excuse me, some men believe that, you know, because you're pretty and you're attractive, that, you know, you have all these men wrapped around your finger. And it's like, even if you think that, it
Is
doesn't
that
mean
a
that
li- is
I
that a
want
lie?
all those men to be wrapped around my finger. And that's where
This
the
one says
intention
no.
gets messed up at between intention and ego.
Absolutely.
You know, so to feel like, damn, like I know I'm a pretty bitch, but like I'm not all in these niggas' faces because I want to be in these niggas' faces.
Right. Like that's part of your job.
I'm on hustle time. You know what I mean? Like my mentality is just on a very different type of aspect. Like, and I know there is girls out there that do move like that, and they're very, you know what I'm saying, in and out.
Shiesty.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't carry myself that way.
I mean, but
So-
like as you said, like, is that do you guys not have
But the
mark on your
stripping thing-
fingers? Like I feel like a lot of females, especially
mean,
pretty
you
women,
can,
like
of course.
outside and inside of work, like
That's the thing.
You
Like you
guys-
can. Me
Mhm.
personally, I just believe like no, I won't because I just I have such a big heart that I would never do anything like that or make somebody feel used because I know what that feels like.
okay.
And I've just been through a lot of like shitty relationships as a whole that like I really cannot even fathom the thought of trying to put somebody else in a placement where they feel just like taken advantage of.
Absolutely. Now,
So-
what about you? What do you feel about that? Like, do you feel like you can have a lot of niggas wrapped around your finger, or do you feel like kind of along the same lines of her, where you know how that feels?
She's got the
Personally.
blonde hair, bro. I think we know the answer.
I feel
No, you're good.
like
It's in the back.
when you put on that different persona, like, okay, this is who I am outside of the strip club, my daily life, who my son's gonna wake up to, who my family's gonna see, who knows me as this
Who
person.
shows up? Who shows up to the PTA meetings and all that
Okay.
shit?
Yeah. Versus this seductive. Whoopsh. I got 10 fingers, so.
That's a lot of niggas.
And 10 toes.
Just kidding. But
So you-
no, I do believe that, yeah, seductive wise and just knowing your eyes and knowing how to look and knowing how to
Yeah,
I mean,
talk.
I could understand that because, yo, if you can finesse people into your, because
The
bro, honestly,
hustle.
I get you. 'Cause I feel like you're more of like one love type shit, right? Like you, everything is one and
You
all
zen
that.
with
the
like,
world,
you just zen,
yes.
right? But I get you too, cause like yo, I got one life to live. You feel me? And when you got a kid, you got to make sure they good. So if you can get money out of potentially, was it how many fingers you got? You said 10, 9, 8?
I said 10. Mhm.
Possibly. She might have 12 fingers.
I
We
might
to
have
count these
20 because we
I got-
could possibly count my feet
You
if we
could
want to
count
take
it.
it.
So,
somewhere.
yo, if you can finesse that many dudes for some bread, I mean, why not? I mean, yo, I honestly don't feel bad for those type of guys. It's like, yo, when you walk into a strip club, I feel like you kind of know what you're getting into for the most part. You feel me?
Right.
Like,
See, but that's another part too. I feel like at the end of the day, if you get finessed, you really allowed yourself to be in that space to even
Be finesse.
right, exactly. So it's like the only person you really have to blame is yourself. You know you're coming into a space where we're literally putting a performance on for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even though granted, some girls, do extra, but like, it's like me. I'm
yo,
sorry.
do you think
but
it's the male ego? Because like, you know how every man.
I was just
like,
about to
right,
get there. I
Every
was just
man
about to
thinks
get
they
that
are
to-
that
yeah.
dude. Like we are.
We
top
think that
of the
we
top.
can
So
finesse
when we
you.
walk into a strip
Yeah.
club, like when she fuck with me, she
Fucks with me. Yeah, absolutely.
Like this ain't no show. Like
she
she
looked
really
at
want
me.
this dick.
She wants me. She walked over to me. She
She
wants
stayed
me.
with me.
Bro, I think, yo,
Absolutely.
yo, I
Yeah.
don't-
she came back
Is
to me
that how
after
they
3
think?
minutes.
Yeah,
I think that's how I be
I'm
feeling.
hers.
Absolutely.
I think.
I
I be
could
feeling
definitely.
that shit.
Oh yeah, she
Outside of
wants
the
this.
strip club, this is my baby.
That's
Like,
why I can't look, bro. That's why I started going to strip clubs. Like, yo, cause I walk in there like thinking like, yo, she fuck with me. She go answer another dude. Like I'm heartbroken. Like damn, bitch, I planned our whole future out. Like you gonna do this shit to me in
Man.
front of my boys?
Bro, I remember it was like one time it was my birthday and actually me and Ease had went out to like Hartford. It was Minx. We had went out there one time and he had paid for a private dance for me.
I was like when we first met too. Yeah,
I was like, this is the one. Like I want her.
yo, actually,
badly.
I remember, bro. You came back like, yo, heart. Like you know what I'm saying? The cartoons with the
Uh-huh.
hearts is the eyes. Like,
Yeah.
was like-
you were
I-
nice.
I-
You did
everything
your
on the list, it was like
thing.
check,
Aw.
nah, yeah,
check
she-
all the
yo,
way down.
she
the-
would,
you
like,
feel me? But it was never like I
yams.
pursued it. Like
she had the yams. Like
it was never like I pursued it. Like like
The
I
yams.
want you after type shit. But it was more so like
He likes some yummy.
ideal. I'm
Little
more of a
cabbage
titty
too.
guy, to be honest. That's my.
Oh,
Oh
I
shit.
like titty.
you what?
I like titty.
he like the boobies.
Yeah.
So did she
Absolutely.
have nice titties?
Yes.
Oh no, like
And she was Spanish. That was my thing too. I love.
The areolas, man.
See, she's talking my language right now. You feel me?
what? How were the areolas?
How big were the areolas?
She didn't.
Are there too
I
big of
remember seeing-
areolas? That is the question.
What?
No, there's
Obviously,
never
you
too
have not
big.
seen-
Give me a dinner saucer.
A
dinner
dinner
saucer?
saucer.
A big ass thing.
No.
Like, give me a
You
big
know
ass
what? I'll let the man
areola.
speak for that one.
Oh, you
Good
want like the
sight,
He
triple
loved
D's
Bro, I love
type.
no. It don't even gotta be big. Like I love
Yummy.
titties. Like big areola, small titties, fine with that. Big titties, small areola, fine with that. Big titties, small nipple, fine with that. And big titties, big nipple.
He
Fine with
just likes
Bro,
the
you done
boobs.
just broke down the whole.
just loves
the,
titties.
the titty
To
category.
be honest,
Nah,
I just
honestly,
love
yo,
titties,
I'm a
that's my thing.
I'm a B-ish. See, guy.
B-ish?
Like, I mean,
Okay.
obviously, I love some big titties, right? But like, I need a little bit of hang time. You feel me? Like
Bro.
that's why, yo, when chicks get pregnant, like, cause dudes be
They get titties.
yo, and it's crazy because women think like dudes hate saggy titties, and we really don't.
Love 'em.
Like,
Bro, tuck
I
them
mean, I
shits
don't want
into
no
your pocket.
shits like I don't want no shits hanging to the fucking knees.
Tuck
but
them
like,
in the pocket.
Tuck your titties
mine
into your
will
pocket,
never
and I'm
you
fine
hang
with
that's
that
too much
low.
hang time.
Save them, save them
Like,
shits for later,
cavity.
later, my
Nah,
nigga.
that's too much hang time for me. I like the ones that got some sag to it, but as soon as you lay them down, it's just like kind of late. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, bro, I'll be sucking my girl's titties like for just hours. Just, like,
I don't
saying?
want them.
Like,
to-
Yummy.
and
I
then
want them.
no milk today? Okay.
For
Bro,
real.
I want them to lay next to me. Like they're laying with us. We're all in the bed together. We're
We're
all in this together,
sleeping.
like High School Musical. Like that's what I want.
We're all in this
Exactly.
together.
Like we're all in the bed together. I love titties.
No, what? You're not an ass dude. Actually,
Nah, not really.
what do you guys
That's
like in a
crazy.
man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like outside of like the dance,
Personality.
like,
That's
great
cliche,
answer,
right?
guys. Like, all right,
Not
what-
really though.
I know. Okay, what do you? We'll start with you. What's your thing?
My
Actually,
thing.
not to interrupt you, because you guys are both single, right?
Yes.
We
Yes.
heard. That's what the street said. Let me.
The streets ain't calling me. Whoa.
I hope
They
so.
call- no,
the
they call-
streets are unavailable to me,
No,
sweetheart.
they called me and they told me.
Oh, okay.
You
They
good.
wrong his
Well, if the
celly.
street niggas hit you up, just tell them that they can't come to me.
Okay.
Nah,
All right. But all right. So no street ones for her, but just some wholesome ones, right?
No,
But
no, I'm lying. Okay, like if you're like if you're a wholesome street nigga,
a wholesome street.
you know, that
How does that work?
counts.
I don't think that exists, but all right.
It's called
Where they
potential.
It's called, and this is why women end up single because they believe in potential. We men love selling
I
potential.
do believe in potential.
Yeah, y'all do.
At least you admitted it.
Yeah, no, we are potential. I got so
Street
much
sellers.
Potential sellers.
potential here, but here.
Yeah.
But all right,
Is it gonna happen though?
hell no.
Absolutely
I
not.
done sold you the dream, girl. That's some Martin Luther King shit, but no. But all right, since y'all single,
I have a dream.
let the not the streets or the wholesome streets know what are y'all looking for in a man? Like what do y'all need? We'll start with you, Lulu.
All right.
Oh,
So something. What? How many things? Like just whatever.
No, whatever
Like,
you
doesn't matter?
whatever you looking for in a man right now.
What's the most thing that speaks out to you? Like what's the thing
Okay,
that's gonna grab your
so
attention?
something I need in a man is funny. You need to be funny.
All right, stand up comic, kind of hard, but
You
okay.
right.
But how's that hard?
Being funny is not easy.
Really? You feel like that?
I mean, it's easy for me, but
Somebody says, "What's your sign?"
me,
Yeah.
take a guess.
Taurus.
Are
Oh.
you strong-willed?
Very much so.
Like, are you
All right,
stubborn?
is
Are
she-
you stubborn?
Very much so.
Very stubborn?
Very stubborn.
If you, I don't believe in his
But
the
no.
zodiac shit, but if you guess my shit off whatever he's saying right now, I'm gonna be surprised.
Not October.
I'm trying to think of,
Not October.
but in the end of the year,
No.
at the beginning of the year. But stubborn and strong-willed.
Yeah, very much.
Capricorn? No.
No, you get no.
No, hold on.
You get one more. You get one more.
No, because I really like a complete stranger. Literally, like 2 weeks ago, I got their zodiac sign.
Okay.
Trying to think.
Tick tock, tick tock.
I think your time is
Gemini.
right there.
Hold on, because I'm trying to think of other questions
You
that
just
would
go,
help
you going
me.
through all the signs now, man.
You're not really like a
Okay.
you don't rub off as an Aquarius to me, so
I'm definitely in the water though. I mean,
Scorpion.
bro,
Scorpion.
I'm a Pisces. Like, come on, y'all don't fuck.
See? Okay.
Like, my birthday is in actually like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Wow.
When's your birthday?
Happy early
March 16th.
birthday.
That's my son's birthday.
No, no
Aw.
shit.
I swear.
That's what's up.
My birthday's March 8th. Pisces gang.
Hey, my
See,
daughter's a
got it.
Pisces.
That's I got the
I should have
Quick.
looked. Wow, I was gonna say you always gotta go with my
fake
daughter's
ass,
your
fake ass
birthday.
guru over here guessing every zodiac sign and
Look at her
shit.
face. She's
First
so
of all, I
offended.
didn't even see your fish tattoo.
She's asking,
Lit.
are you strong?
Pisces
Are you
gang
strong willed?
No, because
Bitch.
I know if you weren't.
Do you
the
wear a
first-
size 10 shoe?
No.
Nah, but I know that a lot of people in October are usually like stubborn.
No, hold
people,
on, hold
strong-willed
on.
people.
No, let me.
Pisces are
before-
very stubborn.
I don't know
Before
what,
I-
before I
what
address
it is,
y'all,
so
That's
I don't know
inaccurate.
I don't know. That's inaccurate or accurate?
Inaccurate.
Really?
You know what I can't say there, but there's a good and bad spectrum to all signs.
Every October person I've known
Ooh.
has been
You know what?
very
I'll-
stubborn.
I'll tell you that I bet you all their birthdays are on the 20 something of September
October?
if
Or
they're
September.
if they're in that sign. Like, well, because I know this. Just the sign you're referring to is a Libra. I'm a Libra. There's a good and bad.
Oh, so this is why it kind of hit home for you then.
Of course. But
That
no, I
smacked it
think
in
the
that like the
butt.
first, like the 20-something spectrum in the end of September, I feel like all the ones that I've met in that date, they're a little bit more crazier.
Really?
And there's also the Libras that like, because personally, I believe that Libras are kind of like where the
Is that the goat? What's the Libra?
Libra
Mm.
actually is not of any
Like, there's, like-
animal sign. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's actually the only one that doesn't have a
Okay. Special.
but look at you doing me off track here. So,
I don't mean
Um,
to bust your bubble, but that ice is melting all over the place.
It's okay.
Okay.
Nah, but a lot of people that I know, like, they're usually like either beginning of October, end of October. That's usually for the most part like really stubborn minded. Like one of my best friends, October, the beginning of October, and he's pretty strong willed. My grandmother, she was like October 30th.
oh
and
yeah, well,
was
strong
very
willed is
strong-willed.
different from
Stubborn,
though.
strong willed.
Yo, but no, I want to ask you, bro.
Tomato,
that's,
tomato.
that's a
I'm
pretty
stubborn.
big difference.
Tomato, very much so.
I'm very stubborn.
Very much so.
I feel like I'm mad easygoing.
No.
Yo, from
Sorry
y'all
to break it
don't
to
know
you.
me for like a little bit now. Do I seem stubborn?
You don't seem stubborn to me, but Pisces are stubborn.
Don't put your son at me, okay?
No, I'm a Pisces too.
But Pisces are the more like emotionally influenced, like as far as
How
like,
you know?
girl, I
She
know,
does
I
this.
know.
That's her thing. Like
How you
That's her other
know?
prof-
You
That's her other
Pisces?
profession.
she does this.
But no, like you guys are more in tune as far as like your emotions in like I'm just gonna say emotional expression. I'm gonna say that because I don't know if
Would
that's
you-
like a great term to use,
Would
but
you agree to that?
Pisces? Oh,
Whatever.
you're more in tune with the emotional expression. No,
And more in
that's
tune with,
not
like,
so
and
much.
more in
I feel like
tune
that's
with the
more like a
emotions.
your girlfriend question. I couldn't really
Okay.
answer that. for the most part. What's your sign?
what's
You're,
your
you're
Pisces.
Pisces as well, so I'm an Aquarius. What
An
do you think about
Aquarius.
Aquarius?
Aquariuses are usually just very like actually we talked about it earlier. All Aquariuses are like this, where they're like introverted as heck with their personal life, but with their social life they're extrovert. Like they're
You
very
study this
friendly.
or
They
something?
love being around
Okay.
people.
You be studying this?
Yeah, kind of. I'm just like
Just be online baking and looking up
I'm
zodiac
really,
signs.
I'm really into
Yo, do you feel like
astrology and numerology.
when you know what I'm saying,
I like that.
take I'm saying your cakes and all that, right? And you be in your zone. Do you be in tune with all this shit? Like, do you feel like you're one with the universe when you're
With
high?
energy.
Yeah, like, cause honestly, I
You
don't.
said when I'm high,
Cause you know what I'm saying, you got the edibles on deck.
right?
He's
No,
like, I
I'm
know
saying,
you
yo,
be
I
eating
done took
them.
edibles before, right? And the one time I really like tripped off this shit, like I felt like I was one with the universe. I saw all the zodiac signs. I was swimming. I was real Pisces. You feel me? Like, do you feel like
He's
you,
a swimming with the fish.
like, do you feel like you're into that? Like, I'm saying, when you get high, like, do you feel like you're in tune with more of the world and shit?
I will not connect those two because I feel that how can I word this? For me, like my spirituality, it's a continuous thing. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna go get high and feel spiritually connected to the world. Like my connection to the world came from the epitome of downfalls. Like, you know what I mean? It was within myself. Like finding myself brought me that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Has it been rough
understanding
for
of the
you?
world. Yeah, I've been through a lot of shit. Like,
Really?
You mind
yeah.
touching on some of it, or
I
is that
mean,
more personal for
some
you?
things. No, I'm an open book.
Okay.
I mean,
So give us kind of like a backstory as to like what brought you to this place, if you don't mind.
Well, homelessness brought me into stripping.
Okay.
I literally had nowhere to stay when I first started. So,
No family, nothing like that.
of course, family, but not family. You know what I mean?
I gotcha.
I've always had it's been rough. Like my family background, they're just very like, I like to say I've had a narcissistic parent.
Okay.
So that for me has had a lot of negative influence on my life. And as far as like, it may not be direct, but it was indirectly affecting me enough.
Absolutely.
So, that was something that greatly affected me. My homelessness. I've literally been in a time where because of homelessness, I've slept outside before, literally. I've gone 2 months without eating, just had water. You know, that was something that was like really traumatizing for
Really?
me.
At what age? How old were you?
I was 17 then.
Okay.
Were you like in high school at the time, or like did you drop out? Or?
I was doing like so I switched every year in school. of high school, and then my last year I did online school because I had my daughter. So, but I had my daughter at like 16 into 17. So,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, this was a lot. It was a lot of things that went on. Bad relationships, of course, like
Right.
that was a factor. My dad passed very young, so I never really had that like role model for me. Like, and then, my mom married into my step family like kind
Yeah.
of fast. So like, I felt like there was just a disconnect between me and her. So like, we kind of never really got to like reconnect on that level.
Absolutely.
But I'm still reminded about it. I mean, like, I love my family wholeheartedly, but it's just like you can't fix things that they don't want to fix with you. You know what I mean? It takes
Yeah.
two to fix a relationship. So
So do you feel like that pushed you towards tripping, or do you feel like it was like the lack of money that pushed you towards that made you decide to become a stripper?
I mean, definitely, lack of money, but independence. Because
Okay.
I felt like, and I also just don't believe in the whole like 9 to 5 thing. Like I've been an entrepreneur basically since I was 16 years old.
Right.
And also, let me also add in, my mother also kicked me out at 16 years
Right,
old.
absolutely.
So
Convenient.
on top of homelessness, she kicked me out very, very young. So it was like, it was forced. You know what I mean? So like
You had to make it. Like there
I
there
had
was no
to.
choice.
Yeah.
Literally.
So like all that time, and honestly, like everything I had ever been put through, I just reminded myself that every time I went down, I brought myself back up. And that was enough empowerment for
Where
me
was,
to
like,
be
your-
like,
Do you have your daughter throughout this whole situation? Like, or was she with the dad, someone else? Like,
actually, well, I did have her majority. No, right now, like basically, I mean, to be real, right now, me and her dad are just like trying to figure out, like, I mean, I would love for her to stay with me full time. He's just against me. So it's just like we're in this weird
do you feel
Weird
like
space.
space.
so your daughter's with the dad?
She stays with my mom right now.
She's with your mom.
Yeah, so I can transition into like a 2-bedroom right now.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I just want to
I
have
mean,
a real
so like
home
the
for
dad
her.
kind of wants you to be more stable before you get your daughter.
Not even that. He's just like, we have no relationship. Like, I've tried to talk to him. Like, I've tried to just be cordial,
Mhm.
and there's just like no means of even having any kind of
Kinda
I feel like there's a lot of
co-parenting going on.
there's a lot of hurt
right?
and then like a lot of pain that comes into that, and especially like if you
But
it's hard to like
we were
be in
together-
that, but imagine seeing that from the outside in, and like that being like the mother of your child. Like it's hard to
But
like really look
I-
outside of that.
I just feel like at that point he couldn't comment on that because he, like, when I first started, like, we were together for 3.5 years before we
Right.
had our child, and we broke up because he fucked the bitch. You
Absolutely.
know what I mean?
What's
So,
new?
Yeah, but
I-
he's like,
You know what I'm saying?
you're like
So,
six.
like-
Yo, he's like 16, right? At that time.
Yeah, he was the same age. So it's like,
So it's like, bro,
typical.
in high school,
Right.
in high school, being like locked.
But I
Like
don't
you
blame
just
him,
know
you
it
know
ain't
what
gonna
I
happen.
mean?
You know it ain't
Yeah.
gonna
He
happen.
seen
Like,
some big ass and fell for it, but it's okay because he lost a real bitch. But
Hey.
no, but you just gotta level up.
Getting better every time.
No, and that was something else too that affected me greatly. Like, I've also gone through like a really bad depression and like suicidal like time. So like to regain myself after that was just like powerful to
like
me.
how close did you get to that point? Like,
Suicidal?
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to take my life 3 times. Actually, and
like with the pills and shit, or like,
no, I once like I tried to like literally like suffocate myself like, with my pillow like in the bed.
Really?
Another time, like I just sat underwater and just but like, and the last time I actually the reason why I also thank God so much for my daughter as well is because the very last time I was thinking about hurting myself, I just prayed to God and I asked him and I said, if there is any reason for me to be on the earth at all, can you please just let me know? And the very next day I found out I was conceiving with her. And
also this is when you're doing this when you felt like this when you were
Yeah.
younger.
yeah.
Like as
My dad passed when I was 11, but he
Okay.
left me and my mom when I was 8. So like I didn't even have that relationship with my parents really connected like that because they just divorced when I was so young. And then he moved to Florida.
okay.
So it was like a phone call, maybe 2 phone calls a year. You know, there wasn't really that relationship, that bond. And material things don't fill in for relationships. So, him
course.
sending me a teddy bear is not telling me, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. So
Actually, like I've kind of it kind of hits home for me because my father ended up leaving from up here and moving to Florida as well, and then we'll
Yeah.
talk to him like
Yo, is
once
that
or
where
twice
just
a year.
deadbeats go?
I guess
floor?
that's just
All the deadbeats in Florida,
that's just a
man.
place where like they
deadbeat state
deadbeat
of the
central, man.
United
Nah.
States.
Like,
I'm
that
not
kinda
really
hits
sure
home.
where my
Deadbeat,
deadbeat's at, but he's somewhere down south.
I could say probably Tampa Bay.
Nah, I gotta put respect on the
Tampa,
Culpepper
Orlando.
family.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck my father. To be honest, like he just moved down
Nah,
south and it was just like
I can't speak negatively of my
different
father because it was like
Fuck these
like
deadbeats.
I know like both my mom and my dad, they look very attractive. So I just know like at the end of the day, it was obviously something bigger and deeper going on, you know, with the both of them
Yeah,
inside themselves. So like, and honestly, if you don't trust your partner, just things can obviously go left. So it's like once you have that mistrust, you can't really build after that. So when you're trying to force something there, it's pointless. So I think it just was something that went on for too long that they both were kind of just playing around with. So, but he moved out of there to like, you know, I'm saying better himself, but he just, unfortunately, like that's what it really came down to was before he could even come back home, he got murdered. So it was like,
Oh damn.
yeah, like, so there's no fixing that.
No, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's all right. He's still with me.
Definitely.
Culpepper family.
Yo,
But
for someone that's had like some real crazy shit happen to you, like you're fucking
Optimism. Her optimism is
is
really
amazing.
like, her
Like-
energy is definitely
like
dope,
damn, bro. Like I
okay?
have one bad day at work, and I'm just like, fuck the world. Like,
no, I'd be like, all right, God, what did you try to teach me this time?
Yes. What's this lesson
like
being
yo,
learned?
Mhm.
I could learn from you, bro. Like, cause you, like, I honestly from meeting you, like in like you said, your optimism is like off the charts. Like, I wouldn't really think all this crazy shit has happened to you.
Yeah.
I mean, yo, it's honestly, and I'm guilty of this shit. You feel me? Because it's like sometimes I can be a very judgmental person, and I think it's easy to judge a stripper. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like you just
Mhm.
really think
Of
like,
course.
oh, like that's just some hoe or some shit like that, right? But
Yes.
you really don't know, like.
Like we really are people, you know?
No,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yo, and actually, like that's something when I was
What
young.
we going through?
Mm-hmm.
I don't, yo, and that's crazy because when I was younger, I really used to be judgmental. I'm like, yo, like they just some hoes. You feel me? Like, and it's like you get to know people, and you just like hear like stories like yours, and it's like, yo, like you've been through so much shit that just really put you here. And not that there's like anything wrong with you being here by choice, but you feel me? Like I feel like this probably wasn't your first option,
Everything
and it's like,
happens for a reason.
yeah,
Mhm.
and you just like made the best of the situation that you could, and like yo, and to have a positive attitude like you
That's
do.
all you can do, and that's what you should do. It's like if I was to focus on the negative, you know what I mean? Like let's say I instill a negative thought, right?
Mhm.
Now that negative thought turns into my feelings, right? My emotions, my heart. And now it's coming to the physical realm where my body's producing nothing but negativity.
Law of attraction.
Right. So
I've
why
been-
am I gonna
I've been preaching that shit for
create
like
that?
years.
You know, exactly. And but it's real.
Nah,
Like, it's
yo,
very real. Like
it-
manifestation is literally a thought process. I feel like people who don't understand or believe manifestation do not or cannot attain happiness.
They can't understand. Yo, it's crazy because I think I really ran into like that law of like I think it's just like the law of attraction. That's what I call it, the law of attraction. Like about like 2-3 years ago. And once I did it, like it really changed my perspective on life. It's like, yo,
Mhm.
whatever you really want, you'll get.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, people like fail to realize how strong a negative thought is. You know, I'd be like, I think
Yes.
actually, I
definitely
think
have that
right
voice.
when I met you is kind of when I got into that shit. I used to preach this shit to these dudes. It's like,
Definitely.
yo, like ever
100%,
since you
yeah.
met me, I think everything that I said was gonna happen has like happened.
Yeah,
Like,
Hell yeah.
definitely spoken into the universe. But
to fruition.
you know,
And just act upon it.
absolutely.
Like I've had tons of billions of thoughts that I never acted upon. And you know what I'm saying? Nothing has happened. But then there's other things that I did because I was just like, I'm gonna do it. And that's when you take that initiative and you bring it to life. And that's it. That's manifestation.
Absolutely. You know, on a side note, on a more lighter topic, y'all be fucking?
What?
I said y'all be fucking? Like
Y'all be fucking. That's the question.
real shit.
Um,
I mean, yo, because you could be single. But doesn't mean
No,
you're
I
not-
don't.
What is the
Oh,
topic?
that's a
Let's
good
let's
question.
do you
let's
have
go into it.
the
Absolutely.
sides on
Yeah.
deck? Like 10 toes down, or saying 10 fingers up. I mean, like which one are like, you know what I'm saying? Is it all just
She said 10
one?
fingers up.
I think she says 10 or 12 fingers.
She
She
might
got
need
it.
some
She got
help.
it wrapped
I
around.
don't have any wrapped around my finger or any that I have on deck. But
Right.
who's to say it's not coming?
I mean, so you guys are single.
She about to get it.
You said you need
Tinder
somebody.
match real
She needs
soon.
somebody
Okay,
funny.
you never know.
You said you need somebody with personality.
Oh yeah, we didn't even
So-
kind of finish that really though.
Oh,
Go
we
ahead,
like,
let's
oh.
get into it then. Go ahead.
Oh, excuse me. Okay. I would say for me, because of like my BD, sorry, but
Right.
he's really just not doing anything. I really would just love like a role model, like that man to come in my life, not only just for her, but for me. Like I said, I've never had that mentor myself, and that male figure.
Absolutely.
I would love to just have that, and especially on a different note. Like, you know how like it's really hard for women to just have male friends
Right.
because a
It's
lot
always
of them,
ill-intentional.
yes,
And
and all
ill-intentional.
they want, you know what I'm saying, is to
Yeah.
do stuff.
Get right
And it's
down
like,
there.
damn,
Yeah.
can we be cordial? Like, can we get money together? Like, what can you, like, can you stimulate my mind? Can
Right.
you help me grow? You know what I mean? Like,
Do you feel like that's like the prerequisite to having sex with you is them letting
yes,
them know?
definitely. I have
Okay.
to definitely be mentally connected to you to even.
So like no straight
have that
physical,
attraction.
like just not nothing.
If you literally were just start with me, it wouldn't turn me on. Like, I'd literally just be dry the whole time because
Okay.
like I have no connection to you.
So Lulu, what are some things that turn you on then? Like what would it take for a guy to get you to that point?
Well, if I have the time, like, I don't know, like, because I'm gonna say this, but I guess it doesn't necessarily mean like that's gonna happen because maybe I need to go out
Unless you want the
more.
universe to make it happen.
Yeah, universe, give me this. At least I can work on everything else when I find him.
Absolutely.
But the teeth, the hygiene,
Yeah, hygiene is important.
and
No musty dudes that brush your teeth. All right, this isn't the bar is kind of set low so far, but go ahead.
please, and that's low.
I think requiring men to have nice teeth and
Good
showering is not
hygiene
like a
is
high
not-
bar.
yeah,
Like I think
that's
that's
not that.
achievable stuff.
I
My
feel like that's-
6-year-old son.
I feel like
performs
that's
these tasks.
so low, and it
That's what I'm
could
saying.
be
And
like
it's a low.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So just that's easy, but it doesn't.
It's very
not-
achievable.
You'd be surprised
It's
how many
not a
men
lot
don't
of
do that.
times been
Bro, take a-
come by.
I
It's kind of
think
sad.
I'm okay. I try to
But-
put on for us big niggas. Like we get the we get the flack for being musty, sweaty, like
I've heard that a
disgusting
lot.
niggas. Like
Baby
I want
power-
to smell
baby
good
powdered
at
up.
all times,
Yep.
bro. That's my thing.
But I need genuine love. It needs to not be fake, and that just comes within everything. Like, for one, you need to like know how to present yourself, know how to carry yourself, know how to just be. You
Mhm.
know, don't be sloppy. Be professional. Like for that with whatever you're doing. Like
Okay.
around my child, within your life,
Right.
at the grocery store. You know, so because when you love someone genuinely, it's just unconditional.
Amen.
You know, and
Absolutely.
that's important. Like even just
definitely-
messing with someone.
Yeah.
So
I
I, mean,
agree with
even
that.
on the like the just messing topic, like, do you find you guys to be, and you could choose to answer this or not, but do you find that
Wifey?
you're pretty
Yeah.
promiscuous, or is it like you're more under like the reserve side? And I don't want you to say reserve just to be,
No,
you
I'm
know, like, or do you feel
very promiscuous,
okay?
but I guess I'm promiscuous, but it's like, okay, you can't just come home with me.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know
There's
what I'm
an
saying?
extent.
I'll flirt and I'll be like,
All right.
See, naturally.
What's we're in February.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, when's the last time you got some dick?
Whoa. We're
Let's
not
answer
gonna
it.
ask
Let's
those
get- let's get into
questions.
it.
I
Let's
went
get into it.
maybe last March. So around my birthday. Well, a little
So
A
bit.
what,
year
a
from now.
No dick.
Yeah, that's why I need to get this shit popping. It's gonna be a year. What the fuck going
I
on?
know
A
Amazon
year
delivering
from-
I
batteries
need
to you
some on my
weekly.
No,
birthday at least. The
Amazon-
hell.
Amazon has a whole dating site. Forget the
But
batteries.
But you know what?
They got a data site?
yeah.
Does dildos count?
I was gonna
No, no,
say
no.
we
Oh.
encourage dildos
Because
work.
I
Alright.
do have a.
How long you been? You got about 3 weeks in you.
Yep.
It was just
Yeah.
about 3 weeks.
Pisces, baby.
There you go.
So 3 weeks in a year. I mean, that's honestly, I feel like that's better than like most guys. Like if we
When's the last
go,
time you got some pussy?
He better have
Not
last
that long
night.
ago.
Shit, maybe possibly
I know.
this morning.
Yesterday,
A
this
lot.
morning.
very
2
soon,
minutes
very,
ago.
very recently, I'll say.
He
They
went to
should
the
have just been in the
bathroom.
Actually, it did take a little longer
A
than I
long
thought last
upset.
time.
Right.
Let's take
He
a
took
shit,
Took a
but all right,
10-minute
now I know.
quickie, you know?
I just had to get a quick one in, you feel me?
Yeah. What the
I
hell?
mean,
He went to go eat some
And
pussy.
I feel
over
like,
the
you know,
sink.
guys, like if we go like,
damn, bro, we don't sharing drinks and shit.
fuck it, bro. I mean, we talked about on previous episodes, my nigga. You eat ass, I eat ass. We've been
They
there
eat the
already, you feel me?
booty. Have you ate butt before?
Yeah.
Not you. I'm talking about her.
Oh,
Ate butt?
Yeah. Have you licked your dude's butt before?
Oh no.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about a female. Like,
have you ate ass?
yes, I have.
Really?
Do you like enjoy it, or is it like just something that you?
Have Have you
one
got your
time.
ass ate out before?
I have had my ass ate.
Do you
before.
enjoy it?
I like the
I love
glue.
it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Have you got your ass ate out before?
Not yet. I've actually declined it.
Oh,
twice
he
in
said
my
not
life.
yet.
Oh well, you'll love
Nah,
it.
I feel
So,
like
that
that being said, it sounds like she
you
enjoys
enjoy-
it.
you
To be
enjoy-
honest,
yo,
she
you
enjoys
like, you
eating
like
ass.
making the men squirm or some shit. Like I don't.
I love giving pleasure. I love to please.
Is there anything sexually that's off limits for you, or is it?
Well, you can't put
everything?
your dick in my ass because it's just not for me.
That's like the general thing that most
We
females
don't,
say.
we don't went over that like 60 times.
Right, I'm sorry.
There's nothing sexually off limits for you.
No, let's
I feel like
try
for the
it.
most part, like I feel like if a guy gets a girl to the point where like she really cares about him, anything
There's
is like
right.
everything.
There's no
yeah,
limits.
there's
Like
nothing
we're
you
gonna
can't
do it.
yeah.
Let's just do it.
What about you? Do you feel like there's anything sexually off limits for you? That
No.
really like you're.
Yeah, no.
What about anal? Are you?
Yeah, I
for
do
it?
anal.
Oh.
Bro, that's light. You heard the way she said that shit. Like
She
anal.
said-
That's like that's
She said, "Yeah."
That's a
like-
Monday night.
Like,
That's-
don't get me
Give
wrong.
it to
like,
me.
like, don't get me wrong. It's not like the best feeling ever, but
Right.
it for me,
How
like,
does it get in
gets more
there?
comfortable.
Do you have to
after
lubricate
you
it?
do it. Yeah, you
A
definitely
lot.
gotta lubricate
Like,
it a lot.
throw the Vaseline.
Oh, like we baby oil that sucker up.
Baby oil.
Have you
okay.
ever had an orgasm from anal, or is that possible?
Yeah,
I don't know
actually,
if that's a thing.
yeah.
you got
Once,
an
yeah,
orgasm from
yeah.
anal?
Like, how is that enjoyable?
Give her some tips. Come on.
How y'all this cool and you don't even know? Like put her on game.
This is what I always tell myself, and I'm sorry.
No,
T-
sex life.
TMI. But like
sometimes,
when
yeah.
you use the bathroom, that's always gonna be smaller than a man's dick. Always. It's gonna be softer. It's and when you're like, it's hard to go when you're constipated. If that hurts that bad, how the fuck you think a
But you
hard
basic-
ass
but
dick
you're
about to
basic-
feel that's this big going up in my booty
See, but
hole?
I don't know. Like,
No,
for me,
thank
it's
you.
like, I
But
don't
you-
know. See,
No, so yo, basically you're just scared of doing it because your thought of it.
No, I tried it before. Like this much. Like, no, we gotta stop right now. Please, right
but you know what I was
home.
gonna say helps. I definitely think you have to be really relaxed. Like it's something that you
Trust
cannot.
me, girl. I was like, shit, like,
No,
I
like,
She
breathe
did,
out.
she
like,
did
try
yoga
it.
before the
no,
shit.
like so relaxed. Like he has
bent
to like
over and
eat your
everything,
pussy
just-
so good that your body is so like almost like numb. Like so relaxed. Like
So much into it, pretty much.
yeah, like you have to be really,
You have
really
to want
into
it.
your
You
sex.
have to want it.
Guess I just don't want
I
that.
mean, into the sex experience for the most part. is
Well,
what
yes,
I'm taking from
sex should be consensual.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're not always just raping.
Right.
Like,
We have to emphasize those things because people really,
Just
they
take
miss
it-
it.
raping booty over here.
For real.
Don't rape nobody's booty holes, you guys. Make sure you ask her if you can fuck her in the
Nah,
ass.
definitely. Like we're definitely
Stop
asking,
saying
especially you guys squirm every time we at least like come close to it. So of course we're just not taking buttholes out here.
Right.
Like, nah, but
No, but definitely just be relaxed. Definitely use personally, I think baby oil is the best lubricant you could use. So that's what I would suggest over any other lubricant. And just go really slow. Like that's worked for me, just really slow. But once you get past the tip, like you're
Go
good.
all in.
Yeah.
It's good.
But like I said, slow. But it's just the tip. The tip part, I swear to God, it's only the
What
tip
if he
that
doesn't
hurts.
want to go slow?
Oh no, if he's not going
You
slow,
never
he's
had
gonna
that
get the fuck
guy
out.
that's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go slow.
And then he starts
Bang!
speeding up.
Goes in.
all in at
it's
one
terrible.
time.
I'm assuming you can't use a condom with that shit, right? It's got to be.
I mean,
raw?
I've just never have personally, but I'm not gonna say that you can't. I mean, I'm sure you could use a condom with it, but who wants rubber ass? I don't know.
So if a guy proposed it to you, like for the most part, like how comfortable are you with anal? Like, are you
I'm very
okay with
comfortable.
like
You want some
not to
rubber
say
ass?
anybody, but like like
if you're
somebody that you're having sexual experience with, you're like okay, like if he wants some ass, I'll give it to
Like if you would just ask me,
him. Yeah, like for the most part.
yeah. Like I only have one sexual partner right now, so yeah. Like me and him definitely, we just
I mean, let's just say you move on to somebody else. Like,
Yeah.
how quickly would it be for you to
like
transition
introduced into the bedroom.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I would probably ask him like, "Do you like to do anal?"
like
So
you-
you'll
like
be
you
the
offered ass.
initiator.
Yeah, like I'm just very upfront. Like I like to know what personally. I just like to same thing. Like I really love to please my man, and I also like to know what they find pleasure in because it's like there's a lot of like everybody has a different sexual spectrum. So you have to really understand your partner, and if like there's certain things your partner is going to be comfortable with and not comfortable with. So when you find out what those levels are or what they're open minded to, that's when you can, you know what I'm saying, test the waters and go try new things. But me personally, I'm just like always like a trial person. Like I'm just very open-minded and open-ended. So it can go anywhere.
Are you as open, Lulu, or are you pretty much like?
Nope.
I
I'm
want
not
all
as
the
open.
toys.
You're just
everything.
closed off.
No, I'm not closed off. I'm
Okay.
like, yeah, let's try it. But you do something deserve to try to get your dick up in my booty hole. That's about to
I mean, bro, I
stretch
think-
my shit out and hurt.
Yo,
Like,
she doesn't take it up the ass, but
Yeah.
she eats the ass. So I think she makes up for it. That's what,
right? I'm like,
I
yo,
could take that.
you can't put it in my ass, but turn around. Let me show you something.
Oh,
And then they're like, okay, or
That's
you
how-
don't even
well,
have to
that's
turn
how you-
around.
that's how-
You don't even have to turn around.
That's not how-
Y'all be
that's-
bending over.
I could just be
Y'all be
there.
bending over for chicks.
that's
And
not
then-
how I got my ass ate.
Right,
bro.
you don't even right. I bet you she was here, right? Like you're
Yep,
up here.
yeah.
I'm sure she was here, and you just like probably lift your legs up, and she got down there.
She did what she had to do.
Exactly.
You had your, like legs up in a V,
She did what she had to do.
like it's in a V.
That's a way,
She
but
got
there's
it how she
other
could,
ways
bro.
too to be
I would
right
feel
there.
mad
and
vulnerable.
You could just move to the side, but you're supposed to.
It's not a masculine feel. I
That's
tell you
why
that
That's why he loves his bitch unconditionally.
I never
They
said it was
love
my
each other
girl.
unconditional.
I never said it
because-
was my girl.
So that, yo, honestly, I say that shit. Yo,
Wait,
to,
what?
To
I
have a
never
girl.
said it was a girl. I said it was. I've had it done. That's what I'm.
Well,
saying.
whoever it was, it
That's
was
got- no,
real.
no, no, no.
It was
You
good.
gotta-
Like
Yeah, it
you
was
gotta-
a great
obviously
experience.
he felt
honestly.
okay. Like
You got a point. I think to lick somebody's ass, there's got to be some deep love in there.
yes,
I'll-
exactly.
To the guys out there, like you've gotten head before. You probably got your nuts licked. I feel like our most nasty niggas got
What's
your
that
gooch
little
licked.
strip up in
That
right
gooch
there?
feel times
Yeah,
that by
I
like
licked the gooch. That's
got-
that. And they
exact-
loved it. That's
Bro,
what
No,
I'm
the,
saying.
time-
the gooch is different.
Like if you like the gooch,
You
then
go up.
why wouldn't you like
You
your-
just go down.
I just can't take that. Yo,
Like
I,
I've never done it, but that's how I think.
Yeah, yo,
like
yo,
if you do like your
nah,
gooch,
you know what it is,
why
yo?
wouldn't
I
you
feel
like
like, you
your?
know
I mean,
how-
but if you never done it, what has prevented you from eating ass if you like
Right,
licking
because
gooch?
guys
all the way
don't-
right there.
The guys-
you're
the
so
guys-
far.
are
Yeah.
against it. You
the
know,
one she
like
messing with, don't.
I
not with
can't
it.
sit here and be like,
But you would do it then.
I would, like
Yeah,
again,
you do it.
I would try, but it has
It-
to definitely be somebody I'm like really, really, like
Secure with.
yes,
Okay.
like it would not just be just
Right, I
Just
don't
any-
think that
just
you
out
should
here
be
just
eating
eating ass.
everybody
Yo,
ass.
you know what it is for me, bro? You know how like girls be waiting till like they get married.
It's
for-
an
to-
experience.
to lose their
You know what
virginity.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just ain't ready to lose my ass virginity. Like I just can't get my ass licked at. Like I'm not there yet.
But that's true, and that's okay. Like some guys are like, oh hell no, like you want to make sure it's like that one female with that one person, like you really want to be vulnerable with to let her do that.
You
And
know what
that's
it was for me?
understandable.
But it's also not something that like I like want to do. It's just something like
If
if,
your
they
man- if
really,
the man you with wants
yeah,
it.
if they liked that or really was
Yeah.
into it, I would do it.
You want to please him. That's,
Yeah.
That's
You know what it was for me? Like I had an old guy that I used to work with, and he told me, he was like, "Yo, do you feel like you've had girls who that loved you?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." He was like, "Have you ever got your ass eaten?" I'm like, "Nah, never." He's like, "Yeah, you've never been loved before," and I really like that hit me so personal. I really had to like contemplate life after, like,
like, wait,
have
so
I-
how come I never got my
have
ass
I really
ate
been
before?
loved? And then after that is when I was like, all right,
Wow,
let me
that's-
dibble, and I dibbled, and it was like, I wouldn't say the gooch times 10, but it was at least times 5. Like it was definitely like a great experience.
Yeah.
for me.
I mean, think about it,
Y'all
like, your
selling that
body-
shit to me today.
100%,
Yeah.
bro.
The
Bro,
body,
it's different.
the body, but the body has a lot of areas that in general we're just not really like using and utilizing.
Have
Like
you
there's
got
a
your
lot
ass
of
ate before?
sensitive.
Say it again?
I'm asking her.
Oh, me.
You
got your
My
ass ate before?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
No, I love like getting my ass ate.
Exactly.
That's, what I'm
That's
saying.
how they
I
feel
love
too.
my whole body, head to toe.
They're like,
oh, thank
He's
you.
about to be like, Easy's gonna, his whole leg gonna be shaking like.
No, I licked the
But
booty.
I
Still
love
want my
that.
shit. Still want my shit licked.
But I love the
Currently.
seduction of it.
Yes, at this time.
Nah, yo, I say this shit right. When I was younger, I told myself, like, I think when I was like 15, right? I'm like, yo, I ain't never eating no pussy, right? I turned 16. I'm over here eating pussy. You turn-
Exactly, bro.
Yo, then I'm like, I'm 16. I'm like, yo, I ain't never eat no booty. Then I turned like
See, but
19. I'm like, I'm
unconditional
eating
love.
booty. I was like, fuck. Like, I can't keep nothing to myself,
and
man.
back then,
I'm
bro,
breaking every
eating
promise
pussy-
to myself. Like,
Bro, back then eating pussy was like you were dissing somebody. Like if a girl
That
said,
was
"Yo, that's why you ate my
disrespectful.
pussy," like
that was disrespectful.
it was fighting.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like,
that was
I
like, yo,
fucking hated it.
when dudes say now, like, yo, nigga, like, suck my dick.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it sounded like. When,
That's why you ate my pussy. It was like, oh,
Damn,
hold
bitch,
up.
you done-
Like
yo,
you gonna put
you
me out
swore
there?
your grandma wasn't gonna tell nobody.
And forget about eating ass. I feel like that shit came up with like Janae Aiko.
Bro, you might as
Like,
well kill-
when
you
she hit the eat the booty like groceries. That's when it's like I need my ass ate compared to
If
like
somebody said that shit to
I
you when
do
you was
that
young,
shit.
you would have jumped off a bridge. nigga.
For real.
You're not going back to school and somebody just said you eat booty.
yeah. But they talk about cyberbullying now. imagine back then. Like it was crazy,
Bro, but I feel like,
crazy.
yo, them young kids now is doing shit like that. Wasn't like, bro, like, eating pussy when I was in high school was like, you did that shit in shame,
Bro,
like, you feel me? Like,
Yo, now they be like, who next on my
bro,
list?
that's what I'm saying. Yo,
Who
these,
I'm eating tonight?
yo, these
They
new,
be
these
ready.
New, these new young kids, boy, they doing shit like that's wow.
Bro, I saw a TikTok of like a guy talking to his mom, and he was like, she's like, I hope you're being protected with that girl. And he was like, Mom, like it's 2021, we're eating ass now. And she's like, y'all really doing that? So completely
I'm
off
done.
guard. Like, yo, bro, it's really crazy how like, you know, sexual preferences are definitely pushing different, like pushing a boundary now.
Yeah.
I wonder what's
Mhm.
next. Like, what's next for us that we're gonna be doing?
I think we done licked everything. What's left?
At this point,
Eating in those holes,
licking
like, who the
toes,
fuck
sucking on
knows?
fingers. But
Wait, we don't suck on fingers?
I like that shit.
I don't. Nah,
I like
I'm
that
not
shit.
sucking on nobody's
I
finger.
love that shit.
And we're in a pandemic right now. First of
Bro,
all,
that's my first thing.
no.
I like. Y'all put my finger right in the bitch face. Just like, ew.
Well, yeah, you definitely gotta be clean.
I didn't feel
No,
about
I
it.
do not like to suck
Like,
on
you gotta be
fingers.
like, oh, they're good.
Did we
Go
just
ahead.
get out the shower? Because if not,
Bro,
no
some
thanks.
fingers?
Right out the shower.
Yeah, ew. Like, where your hands been?
At the
Now
sink?
your hands do
My
touch a lot of
pocket?
shit.
In your
Listen,
pussy?
you've touched these bottles, the table, the mic up here. God only knows how many cans. Where else you touch?
Doorknobs.
And I'm about to suck on your fingers with all these germs
You
about
suck?
to rush through my
Yo,
mouth.
You
you know
suck on my
Yo,
dick.
yeah,
I feel like
here's the
finger
yo,
dick.
yeah.
But
Now, here's the
Finger
pri-
dick.
where
yo,
is
yo,
your
the
where's your dick at?
The priorities is
In
all
your
fucked
pants.
up.
Maybe sweating a little bit, but honestly, for me,
Touching toilet bowls, all that.
Your dick is touching the toilet bowl.
I mean, sometimes if you don't catch
But
it,
see, one thing with me is if we went all day, it's been all day, and you want me to suck your dick, I know you miss sweating. You need to go get a rag and you need to go wipe your shit down and come back over here.
oh, so
if
you're
you
not
don't
you're
wanna
not the
do
fresh
that-
you're not the type of that's like fresh out the gym. Like you got to be. Oh
Absolutely
no,
not.
this is out of control.
I don't want none
y'all
of that
think
this is
sweaty
out of
ass
control.
dick in my mouth. Just like
Nah,
you
but
ain't
yo,
want none of my
this-
sweaty ass
this-
pussy in your
this
mouth.
I am
This
not
don't
drinking
fuck-
a gallon
this
of
don't
salt.
fuck me up. She'll suck some day old dick, but not fingers. We
Day
went from
old?
from
That's
eating
what-
we went
Are
from
you
eating ass
washing
we
your
went from eating ass to
fingers?
fingers. No,
Absolutely
no,
not.
sir. This is
But
where
hold
I
up.
draw the
Are
line.
you washing your hands?
I work at a hospital. I wash my hands about 80 times a day.
So after doing all of that, have you washed your hands?
Today, yeah.
But I'm talking about after you touched all these
Yeah.
bottles and sat down.
Well, I went to
How?
the bathroom like about 3 times and I don't wash my hands.
But how you just been sitting here? You touch this, touch the cup, touch the mics.
I'm just
you
saying,
touching
like,
the chair?
like not every time, but like I don't wash my hands.
So just say you were just like your girl was just like came down. You just ready? You're gonna no. I don't want your fingers in my mouth. You need to wash your hands and then come back and I'll put your fingers in my mouth.
So what if he? So aside from that, let's just say he touched everything else and he wanted to finger you. Are you okay with
Finger
that?
me?
Yeah.
No. Now that's bacteria in my vagina. You need to wash your hands.
Bro, the priorities
He's like,
is wild.
hell no.
The priorities is
I'll
wild.
eat ass. Don't touch nothing and touch my pussy.
Just,
Or
just
don't
gotta
touch
do like,
nothing
yo,
and touch
like
my
this.
balls.
You just gotta walk around like this.
No,
Come
I
fresh out the
promise I will
bathroom.
get you in the mood. I'm like, come on. I'll go grab the rag. I'll clean you
buff
up.
your
I'll
shit up.
clean me up. And let's get to it. You don't have to do nothing. I
Okay.
got you. Just because I require that. Like, I got you with everything else.
Okay. All right. I think we done talked about it.
You think so?
I think we done talked about it.
Uh,
So thank you for tuning in to another episode of Let's Talk About It. And
Oh, we talked about it.
we talk about it.
Yeah.
You talk about it.
we don't talk about it.
Hey, what? Did you talk about it?
I feel like I got a little bit more. But we could
I
talk
do
about
feel
it.
like I have a little bit more.
Oh,
We'll save it for next time.
Stay in school. The hated dude, I kicked a lot of niggas' ass and never raised a shoe. A nigga sicker than your common flu. Obama who? We smoke a bag, Obama once, it got me kinda zoo.